Hello everyone, I hope you're enjoying the weekend as I do. Today my plan is to do a little bit of polishing on the Rust side to just simplify the module development. This week I had a drinks with my friend and who is a Rust expert, or at least has a bunch of years of experience in Rust. So he pointed out a couple of interesting things that I didn't know about before. So I'll try to incorporate that into the module library. Yeah, the problem is I have a hard stop in 1 hour, so I'll try to cover three things. The question mark operator. I knew about that before, but now I see where it's useful and how. And then the error handling. Basically, two things are relevant. One is errors and the definition of errors. There is a nice library called Snafu, which which simplifies the error definitions and error handling. And also at the end, I talked a lot previously about the panicking and how to handle panics in general. I try to do some manual specific stuff throughout the code, but there is also a construct which is called catchunwind in Rust, which could be used, let's say, globally to catch errors and then propagate a pure, like a standard error back to Memgraph. I think I'll go in that order. So yeah. Apart from that, if you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe for the future to stay informed about these things. And yeah, let's get started. So I didn't do much preparation apart from reading about these things. So I hope I'll be efficient. Let's jump into the code and this view. So okay, the first thing is the question mark operator, and basically the point is that if you have a result, you have to handle the result with match, because you can have some kind of result or an error, and that's very problematic, because I have in the code, I have these nested error the whole block of nesting error handling, which is not super great. So I'll try to replace that somehow. So essentially, instead of writing match, you have to write question mark after a function call that returns result, and if the result is okay, then that will be stored into variable, and if error is returned, then that will just be returned back, like a function will exit with that error. The problem I have here is that we have this test procedure function, and that's a C function, because we need to register C function in our library, in our module. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rename this into test procedure C. Yes. No. Because so I can't I think I can't just write here function call and then this, because that will I think fail, because this function doesn't return result. This is a regular C function. This is a C function that has it actually doesn't return. It returns nothing. So I think this is gonna fail in the compile time. We can test that. We can actually test that. Let's make a test here by just adding test equals make iterator memory. Okay, do this. Okay, yeah, so the problem is the function doesn't return result. So we need to make another function that will return result, and then on the top level handle error regularly. But then inside that function we can do question mark operator thing. So I'll just here write another fn test procedure which takes nothing. We need to pass these things into the function. Okay, so I'll do that. I'll just copy these arguments. So copy this here, and then result what to return. Nothing and some error. Okay, we have MGP error. Yeah, let's return just MGP error for now. Result nothing and MGP error. Okay, and here we can do different things, but for now I'll just copy all this here, and then here again. In the future I'll probably somehow abstract all this, but for now let's leave it like this. Test procedure args match, because we have to handle the results. Result memory. So okay, don't have anything here. If everything is okay, then we just return, else otherwise we do just like here. How I can what about this? Will this work? Nope. So in this case, because of return type, I can't just. Or an operator found error. Two, 7, 6. Now I have problem because I have to return from here. If error is returned, I return. Just a moment to check if I have. Sorry, this is my Vim problem. I'm not sure why it's happening here. Connectivity procedure. So add read procedure. I want to check what these procedures have to return. So void. So they return nothing. Okay, so this function calls returns nothing, so which means we are good here. Where are we here? Okay, so this returns nothing, which is fine. But then we just here, because we wrote that we return empty result. We just have to remove all these returns. I think this is gonna be good. So if we this is now a bit weird. Expect result found nothing. Expected result because of return type. Okay. I'm not returning anything, but let's fix it first on this specific line. 288. If we do this, okay, this is a bit weird. error. Okay. I should actually replace all this with let's try to get it working first, and then we'll start replacing stuff. I think we're actually good now. Nope. That's la 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 la. But that's something specific. So that's for MGP iterator. That's at the end of this. At the end of the iteration. To 84. Yeah, sorry, I'm still a bit confused with this Rust OK construct, but okay. Here I can just ignore things, but I don't have to return. Here I have to return something, and yeah. I'm silly. So sorry about this. I won't return anything here, since we just have to. We just want to ignore these things. Errors are set previously, so I think this is gonna fly now. At the end. Okay. Here I have to return something. Okay, great. So it's compiled now. But now let's replace all of this with the operator. So let MGP graph iterator make graph vertices iterator graph result memory exclamation mark. So that will propagate the error. Otherwise we have the iterator defined, so we don't need this, and we can move this here. Great. And then if we have, so let MGP record equals make result record result. Okay, we don't need this, and then we can move here. This function is okay, and then here we can let MGP value equals make bool value as label result memory. We don't need this, great. And then let and then just insert result record MGP record. Just delete this and delete all of this, so we can delete all of this here, and also here this, and at the end we'll just return okay, and this. What about now? Boom. Now we have a problem because we have these different errors, and we don't have implementation of transforming our errors, because the problem is we defined various errors here. So we have MGP error, MGP allocation error, MGP preparing result error, and we are returning that in the form of results. And that's not great because we have to implement transformation between these errors. So because our test procedure function just returns MGP error, but inside we are dealing with different types of errors, and we would need to implement these transformations. And that's not great. I mean, it's fine, but the problem is it requires a bunch of time typing these things. So I think now is the right time to introduce something like this. So basically, Snafu is a crate that implements, let's say, domain-specific errors, but they are returned as a EO error. They are returned as a standard error, or at least not returned. Maybe that's a wrong statement, but they are. You can basically define multiple errors, but from the standpoint of these functions, they will be treated as the same error type. And as they say here, Snafu is designed to be used in libraries, which is also great, not just end user applications. So it can also be used in end user applications, but also in libraries. In our case, it's a library, so we are good on that end. Here is a quick example, and I think I'll have pretty similar pattern in my code. So basically, we'll define enum with these different results, and we'll just return that as an error from the library. But I can also maybe I would be also good if I just the problem is I would like to have different error messages based on what is going on under the hood, and for that I need to implement all these maybe I can construct an error. Yeah, but this is convenient because you can put additional info here, and then this macro will generate the error message, the proper error message, which is very convenient. So yeah, I think I'm gonna use this because it's super convenient. Okay, let's try it out. So instead of just one thing. So I have this error, and here I'll return that enum as an error, and that will be here. So I'll just return this enum, and that will be fine. What is the ensure? What is ensure? That's also ensure is probably a macro that also returns error, but okay, we'll test that. All right. Let's copy this. So we need this, and this. MGP error let's call it just mg error in order to avoid problems with this. So enum la la la, we need, let's say, so we need mgp allocation error, and we'll copy I shouldn't copy paste this, but okay. This I'm okay with that. I don't need extra information. I just need this as an error. So I hope this is going to work. And yeah, mgp allocation error. Boom. Okay. Okay, we have that. Snafu. Yeah, I'll try to completely delete this, so I don't need this. An error inside master Meadow added a comment. I haven't got the love Rust. Yeah, I agree. I love Rust more and more. Okay. Okay, that's this. It shouldn't need this anymore. That as well. Preparing result error. Snafu display. Okay. Okay, do we need some? Okay, we need commas here. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, preparing results error. Okay. Snafu display. Okay. What is that? Great. I think we could. And basically, wherever, then there is also this. So this is convenient to define. Let's go back, mgp error, and result the if and mgp error. So and also mgp. Great. And now we have to change all results with mgp results and leave the value as is. Why is the yeah, okay. So I'll replace that and okay, but I'll go one by one. So MGP result, MGP value, we don't need MGP allocation error anymore. But here, how to return that? I think we should be fine with just constructing this. How do I know? I also rust enum, sorry. Defining an enum, okay, and then how to create. Yeah, I need to do this. How does that work here? So I don't understand what is this here, because how does the compiler know that what's user ID invalid? Maybe this macro knows how to reference it or something. Okay, I'll just not sure. So I'll just leave it as is here, and then we'll got an error when we compile. But okay. La. That's fine. MGP allocation error. Yep. MGP result, MGP allocation error. That's fine. Doesn't have any error handling. That's fine. Okay. MGP result. Okay. Make MGP. Sorry. Add read, add int, add bool, la. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Test procedure is returning that. We can leave that as is, I think. This is gonna fail 100%. Yeah, but okay. Let's go. This delimiter might not be properly closed. Where is that? We have to install all these things. Okay, the delimiter might not be properly closed, of course. I really have to set up some linter, and I really hope I'll have some time to do that very, very soon. Okay, I have to install that crate. Which version? 016. That's under cargo toml. Build dependencies. I think we need that here. Snafu. Okay. So while cargo is downloading, I think we need to do more stuff because I forgot to use this. What we need only the first. Okay. Cargo is still downloading stuff. Boom. Okay, great. The error is not that expected enum found struct. Okay, error messages are not that huge, so expected enum found struct. Rust, please suggest me. What should I do here? Abort due to 6 expected. And this is something different. Let's go first here, 52. 52. So I have what about MGP? Yeah, correct. I have to add MGP on each call. MGP error. Let's just jump. MGP error, okay. MGP allocation error. Here. Bam. Okay, great. And we have just one error 247. MGP value. What about this? I forgot to add this. Boom. Great. So we compiled the thing. Amazing. Cargo FMT. That will format stuff. Boom. Now we have much better stuff. So we don't have the nested blocks of code. That really bothered me a lot. So that's really great. Now I actually have to test this somehow, because the problem with this is that these errors realistically never happen, because almost never happen, because these are memory allocations and stuff like that. So it's a bit challenged to test these things, but I think we can just, let's say, instead of I'll just hack a bit, so I'll just comment this part of the code and this part of the code, and then this should always set this message and sorry. Okay, let me check this. So if I run this query, I have that mg. Oh, sorry. Load all. Okay, history. Let's run this. No data found. This is not great. What? This is not great. Why I didn't get an error? Maybe because something is bad. Something is bad. Insert error record. Okay. MGP error. Okay, has label, la la la, and that's gonna fail. Return error. We're gonna ignore error. I have to return. I did something bad here, but I'm not sure what. Let me check one more time. So insert result record. Do I call that function at all? I think yes. So here. No. Sometimes I'm very stupid. Unable to, and that's the right error. And here, error trace, unable to, that's memgraph message, which is fine. To the result, unable to insert record. So we have that actually. So unable to insert, we have that error there, but how to write? So everything is working. Just I didn't print anywhere the message. I think if I try to print this, it should work. So let's just test that part somehow. So error test procedure. Yep, that's here. And so I'm returning the result error. Yeah, and here, let's say if I do E, println, let's say bam 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 E bam. Build, okay, load all. Let's reload and then let's do this query. Yeah, bam. But here we should also have unable to prepare results within Rust procedure. Boom. So yeah, great. So we simplified a bunch of stuff with this. Amazing stuff. Okay, let's commit this, because a good coding practices says that you should commit often and have these things very well decoupled, so that it's easier to review, search for bugs, and similar. So okay, let's do this now like this, and of course I'll write tests for all of this, but I'm still playing with the whole thing. So once I'm confident that that I have the right structure and everything, I will then blast all the testing stuff and similar. Okay. So this is so we removed a bunch of code with errors, and then we replaced the results, and then we did this, and then here is simplified. Boom, I think we are more or less ready to go. So let's just one more time compile and test to see that we have to load, and then yeah, okay, the module is working. Great. So this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Yeah, Rust add a couple of libraries. I'll try to be happy with that. Okay. The clone debug. Okay. We change this. We have MGP error, MGP result, which is fine. We have replaced this and this and this. Yeah, I simplified actually a lot, so that's very good. La 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 la. This is chunk of code that is not required. Great. Okay. So okay. Okay, so basically we covered the question mark operator and the snafu library. I'm not sure how is that pronounced, but let's say it's correct. Okay. What else has left? So we did anon is fine. We don't need from, that was what I was reading before. So from and into operator is fine. Backtrace is, we don't, that's pretty advanced. I won't go into that now in details. Exceptions, yeah. This is last thing to observe. We don't need this. We might need this. We don't need context. So okay. So the point is, the last thing I wanted to do is call catchunwind. So the problem is, if your library code, if the module code is panicking, then that will crash Memgraph, which is not great, but it is what it is. So instead of letting Memgraph die, we should catch the panic with the catchunwind function. So basically, we'll wrap the whole Rust code with this call, and that will whenever, if the underlying code is panicking, that will catch the whole stack and the whole error, and then we'll just get a regular Rust error, and we'll be able to deal with that. So as it says here, it's not recommended to use this function for a general try catch mechanism. I understand that, because it's tricky, because if you wrap everything into that, then you might lose some regular stuff which you want to deal with. The result type is more appropriate to use for functions that can fail on a regular basis. Yeah, exactly. So in majority of our code, we'll have the result, and then it has an error, and you have to deal with the error. Additionally, this function is not guaranteed to catch all panics. See the notes section below. That's a bit weird, but note that this function may not catch all panics in Rust. A panic in Rust is not always implemented by unwinding, but can be implemented by aborting the process as well. This function can only catches unwinding panics, not these. Yeah, and that's what we discussed. What my friend told me. So when you compile our Rust program, you can explicitly say abort, and then the program will abort, and then you don't have unwind. But that has to be done explicitly, and we won't do that. So by default, we want this unwind. So if you're doing the abort stuff, you really should know what you're doing. Of course, Memgraph modules could be compiled with abort, but that's not. I think there is no a need for that at all. And yeah, if you do that, then these things won't work. But then, like, the expectation is that a user is pretty skillful and knows what he's doing. One more thing. So, and an example is, so you call panic catchunwind, and then this is a closure which implements basically the whole implementation of the whole module has to go here, and then yeah, you can check the result after. But the problem is, I mean, not the problem, but there is, by default, there is a panic hook implemented in Rust, and before catchunwind, you should set the hook to do nothing. Otherwise, something's gonna crash, or something's gonna, regular stuff will happen as well. So we need these two things. But then there is also another point. So after you do the work, you also want to do to set the previous hook. So from my perspective, this is the best piece of code we have. So we will take the hook, we'll set the empty hook, and then we're gonna catch unwind, and then we're gonna set the previous hook. So where are we now? Test procedure. Plum. Okay. So yeah, I'm not sure where to add this. I assume here, because we want, that's the top level. That might crash stuff. I mean, we need that on each. We need that all everywhere here. So we need the catch unwind here, here, and here. But I'll just try to do here for now. Nothing. Here we need the whole thing. Set previous hook, result. Let's copy all this. So match. And how to, sorry, just catch unwind. What result? The function is returning result. That might fail because we have our custom. No, we have actually the result, and then we are returning MGP error. If that fails, we'll see about this. How this is gonna work. But okay, let's try to compile that. Use panic. Set the use panic. Okay. So this is here. It works somehow. Amazing. And the result. So so if result if result is error, I'll just if result is error, error, then what? Module procedure has failed. Okay, just to have that clear. So it's already 1 p.m. but I'm very close to what I wanted to do in general. So let's try to compile this. if I go to Memgraph, I reload, I run that again, it works. Let's say that I go std panic, just like this. So let's say we want to panic inside the integer value. Immediately we go into panic mode. If I reload, and then I run this. Oh, is it possible that yeah, today I'm, yeah, because I'm dealing with bools. Make bool, this should panic. Yeah, I think I'm spending too much time on this, so I should start writing some tests here. But that's for next time. Did not yield all fields as required by its signature. Now we have issue with, yeah, so the procedure panicked, but then we got underlying error, which is incorrect, because, so the problem is, we got the procedure panic, but then since we just exited normally, a Memgraph engine figured out, oh, I didn't add any fields, I didn't yield any fields, which is wrong because the procedure just exited. But to deal with that, we need to call this this here. So procedure panic and set mgp result. Result. Procedure result. This is procedure result. Procedure result. Result is result from the function call, and then just to copy this. Enable panic, procedure panic message. Panic, procedure panic. Great. So, and that will return the panic message to Memgraph lab as well. Unexpected token. What? Yeah, no, yeah, okay, fine. I just do. Great, and then just have that great, and okay, I reload, and then I call this, what now? Why did I remove? Great. So, okay, so now we got the right message here. It says procedure panic, which is exactly what we wanted because so that it's well known to the user what is going on. Okay, obviously I have I can prettify all of this a lot. I think this will, yeah, okay. Obviously I can make this much nicer, and as I said, we need these panic calls, this panic handling all over the in these three methods, but and obviously I'll make a function just for that, but for now I'll leave this as is, and that's it. Since I have to run, I think that's it for today. Let me just see, is this okay? So I have panic and I have the whole implementation here, which is fine. Okay, great. Add an example of okay, that's it for today. I think it was quite productive. So without doing anything in advance except from reading, I managed to do stuff on time. And yeah, thank you Kruno, for pointing out these things. Questions? No questions. Only Master Meadow give the support. I really appreciate that. Next Saturday, I have to skip. I'm taking the weekend off, so next time we won't have the stream, but I'll be back the weekend after. Anything else? I think that's it. I hope this was nice and informative. And yeah, we continue in 2 weeks. Have a nice rest of the weekend, and yeah, see you soon. Thank you and bye bye.